Look around. Black, gray, navy, black, blade. If I put on this lit jacket right now, I'll stick out completely. So why so many Japanese people wear such dark, neutral colors? The reason isn't just fashion preference, it's deeply rooted in Japan's cultural values. According to a survey conducted by Cross Marketing in May 2025, the most commonly worn clothing colors in Japan are black in the first place, white in second, and navy in third. By gender, men cluster strongly around black, while women choose a wider range of light tones like beige and ivory. But overall, there aren't big differences by gender or generation. The constant is a preference for subdued colors. I actually considered myself someone who wears relatively brighter colors, so I checked my own closet. This is inside my closet. Even though I try to buy colors I don't already own, I still have a lot of navy. I didn't notice that. What's funny is, if you ask me whether I like navy, not particularly. So why do Japanese people reach for simple colors like black, white, and navy so consistently? This psychological layer here, another chart from the same survey shows each gender's top 5 favorite colors. Men rank green and light blue fairly high, but they don't wear those much. But women list pink as their number 1 favorite, yet they don't necessarily wear it often. So it isn't as simple as we wear what we like. Another graph in the survey ranks what people prioritize in fashion and grooming. Simple and clean outrank individuality and trends. Men and the young respondents are also more likely to answer nothing in particular, but suggesting many don't view fashion as self-expression. If people were choosing randomly, bright combinations like pink or light blue is shown up more, but they still reach for black and white. Why? Let's look at Japaneseness. In Japan, harmony often matters more than individuality. If you stand out from the group, you can feel out of the place and uncomfortable. In everyday life, flashy clothes can be read as not reading the room sometimes, or trying too hard to stand out. Choosing muted colors becomes a defensive strategy, blending into the crowd, let's say society. But personally, those brighter pieces in my closet, I tend to wear them only when meeting close, long-time friends. For events or gatherings with many people I don't know, I avoid them, but almost unconsciously. Take this Where's Waldo clothing outfit, for example. It's so conspicuous. In Japan, Where's Waldo, Where's Wally wouldn't work. He'll be way too easy to spot. There's also the feeling that being noticed isn't always positive. If your outfit draws attention, you become an object of evaluation. That can trigger anxiety and embarrassment, or hesitation. So people end up caring less about their own mood and more about how others will see what I'm wearing. Why then did Japan come to value harmony over individuality so strongly? The preference for safe, neutral colors has deep cultural roots shaped over centuries through ideas, aesthetics, and even regulation. While Buddhist thought teaches that desire and attachment cause suffering, restraining them brings calm. Material abundance is less valued than inner stillness. A neat, simple appearance is considered beautiful. While monks practice this daily, the Zen, cleaning, like simple meals, and clothing cultivating the idea of knowing sufficiency. Confucianism emphasizes lay, proper conduct. Dressing appropriately for the setting shows respect and maintains social order, while loud colors and eccentric designs are seen as self-assertion, at odds with modesty and humility. But Japan's traditional clothing reflects a wabi-sabi aesthetic, but rather than brightness, colors that blend with nature are preferred. White indigo, white pearl green, grays like soft pinks, tones that feel calm and refined. Well, one of the most iconic examples is aizome or indigo dyeing. For centuries, Japanese people have used the indigo plant to create a wide range of blue shades, from pale sky blue to deep navy known as Japan blue. Indigo was loved not only for its natural beauty, but also for its practicality. The dye's antibacterial and insect-repelling properties made it ideal for everyday clothing. In fact, foreign visitors in the 19th century were so struck by how much indigo they saw across Japan that they began by calling the entire country Japan Blue. But this shows that even within the simplicity, Japan has always found ways to express beauty through quiet depth. From 1600 to the 1800, the Edo period, but practical intentions also shaped color choices. While commoners faced restrictions on wearing showy colors, while aristocrats and high-ranking samurai wore ornate garments with gold, vivid red, and purples. But clothing visually reinforced social hierarchy and discouraged extravagance among the masses. But over time, this had normalized the idea that modesty is a virtue. In dress, understatement is praised. But these values still echo in modern fashion, business etiquette, and education. Even today, repeated experiences of fitting in steer people toward subdued colors, well, especially through school uniforms in Japan and workplace dress codes. But beyond practicality, these outfits cultivate a sense of belonging to the group. Most junior high and high school students in Japan wear uniforms, were symbols of student identity, discipline, and group spirit, down to skirt length, sock color, and hair braids. At my junior high school and high school, regulations were kind of strict. Black hair for all, boys' hair couldn't touch their ears, girls with hair past their shoulders had to tie it back. We even had regular grooming inspections, and you were warned and made to fix anything that broke the rules. Some schools have begun revising rules for diversity, but more than 90% still require designated uniforms. Growing up in that environment, being the same as everyone else, feels safe. Starting out is risky. Through clothing, harmony becomes second nature. Once you enter the job market, black suits are perceived as honest, serious, and formal. During her job hunting in Japan, students choose black to make a good impression. Even when casual is allowed, nearly everyone still shows up in black. As a good example of this, in Japan, there is a suits, especially for job hunting. This reflects a culture that prizes cooperation, modesty, and not making mistakes, prioritizing what's appropriate over personal flair. As working adults, the mindset doesn't change much, honestly. As of 2025, many companies still maintain some form of dress code. In client-facing roles, appearance often echoes the company's image. Many new hires keep wearing the same black suits from job hunting, and even years later, few show up in bright or eccentric styles. With coworkers, clients, and partners are always watching. Clothing are chosen with the assumption of being seen. For those raised on uniform, the workplace's demand for unity and discipline feels natural, honestly. Outside of work, personal expression may have more room. But on the job, monochrome rules quite prove that the culture of harmony is still very much alive. I just found an interesting clip to describe Japan and to describe the Japanese society, what we talk at the moment. It's an advertisement from Amazon Japan.
堂々と胸張って踊
The
ろう
video says, "Let's dance proudly, proudly." Right, so what do you think about that? The concept really works, well, especially in the Japanese society. As I explained, the fashion is not like describing yourself the most of the time in Japan. Yeah, but anyway, just like I found the interesting clip to describe Japanese society, so back to the topic. In the end, Japan's love of neutral colors isn't just fashion. It reflects, centuries of values, harmony and modesty, and passed down through daily life. At the same time, that culture of harmony may gently dilute individuality. While voices calling for society, where being yourself is the norm, are slowly growing in Japan. So what did you feel about Japan's color choices? Well, tell me in the comment box below. And if this kind of cultural perspective interests you, check out the next video. I think you will discover a new side of Japan. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.